What's going on, everybody? Viper Primary Axe here, aka Viper. Welcome back to the channel for another reaction video. In today's reaction video, we have another Legend of Vox Machina video. I'm saying part 3, even though they're not saying part 1, 2, or 3. But this one is the Legend of the Design of the Legend of Vox Machina. So let's just hop into it. If you like these kinds of videos, you want to see more of it, make sure to smash the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. And also, again, if you want to see any of your own videos that you like me react to them, link them down below in the comment section. Let's get to it.
There's something about Phil Barassa that's incredibly contagious.
He's an amazing artist, he's an amazing designer, he's a genius.
He's just been knocking out of the park over and over again.
With his designs, it just solidified the characters in our heads on the page.
He's that good and he's that confident. I love drawing this stuff.
Don't
We at
know
Critical
what that
Role
was.
have been blessed with having our characters drawn by amateur and professional artists in the critter community for years. I've seen hundreds of versions of Scanlan Shorthalt.
Those look
There's been
good.
such a broad spectrum drawn.
Those look really
But
good.
when I found out that Phil Barassa was going to be our official character designer for the Legend of Vox Machina, it was like a great weight.
Phil
had been taken
Barassa.
off my
Name
shoulders.
sounds familiar. I don't
I'm
know.
a huge fan of Phil Barassa's. I have been for many.
I'm looking it up on my phone.
His work on the DC films. I saw his style.
That's how I think I know him.
In such an acute way. He has such a fantastic eye.
I met Travis before I knew about Critical Role. He was playing one of the heavies in a Batman movie I did all the character design for.
Okay, yep, thank you. Yep, I know that movie. Yep, yep.
A few years. The next time we ran into each other.
Yeah,
my wife
great
and I
style,
were taking
great artist.
An early flight out of LAX to go to JFK for New York Comic Con in 2018.
As the fates would have it, when Laura and I sat down, I hear this, Travis? And I look to my left, and across the aisle is Phil Barassa just sitting right there. And just in that moment, lightning bolt to the head, I was like, we got this animated series that we're developing.
Travis was like, would you be down to take a pass at these characters? And I was like, hell yeah. Just something clicked for me drawing this stuff. I'm just shy of 20 years now doing this. And I spent the last 11 consecutive years doing superheroes.
Yeah, he's DC, mainly DC, I think.
That I did on
Yep.
the DC superheroes
Movies.
Warner Bros.
Yep.
Animation. But fantasy is
That's
my
where I know him
first
from.
love.
Phil is so amazing, and he's worked on a lot of the superhero stuff that Travis and I have done in the past, and his designs are phenomenal. So the fact that he came on board was a huge jump in excitement level for me.
I mean, the excitement was hard to contain. So many of us were fans of his work,
Oh,
what he'd
yep.
done with WB. I'm a huge Batman girl, and I love all of that.
I knew Phil's work before I knew that it was Phil's work. I've seen his animation before.
Yep.
And his character designs are gorgeous.
His design work is immaculate.
The way
His
he just
creativity is brilliant.
looks at a character and then just goes, you know what, here it is, and just
They've got it.
boom.
He's great. He's perfect.
It's amazing.
Phil is pretty much a legend in the animation industry
Mm-hmm.
out here, and the idea that he would be coming on to the project with us
Is
I
insane.
don't think I even believed it at first.
My reaction to Phil Barassa was like, no fucking way.
There was something about the project that spoke to me on a deeper personal level that I was willing to take the chance on working with a completely new.
When I was watching the season of Legend of Vox Machina, I did notice a similarity between Vox Machina and some of the DC movies. And I was like, there's no way. And I honestly, it left my head. I was like, okay, I'll look it up later. Who designed it? This show, who designed DC? And it just left my mind. Now it clicked. It's like, that's why it looks so similar.
Creative team,
And that's why I'm so drawn to it too, is because I love Phil's work on most of the DC Young Justice, most of the DC Justice League movies, animated movies, and Young Justice as well. I love that kind of art style animation, and it's I think that's why I'm really drawn to this one. Not only that, but it's a good show.
Of something relatively new and fresh, and even though the lore was clearly well defined and the characters
Oh, that was
were
dope.
well defined, there was so much to explore on a visual level. Normally, when I'm creating a design, it comes from the written word or a comic book or even just the writer's script. These characters come from the imagination and the heart and the soul of the voice actors, the cast members, who are the creators and founders, right? So they were very involved.
I had a lot of input. I mean, I gave notes on the feathers, I gave notes on the hair, I gave notes about how much she wants to use her feminine wiles. So, I didn't want her to be too brazen.
So much is determined by the performances, what the creators had imbued in their creations. The way
That looks really good. What the hell is this?
performance informs the way that I draw the character. She's got to have some sass. She's got to have some attitude.
Is that when they're live?
Whereas
No.
Keyleth has this charming naivete, like an innocent aspect.
Every time we pull up an image or a turnaround of Keyleth, everyone in the room is just like, oh, she's so cute. She's just a little button. And I think because Keyleth has this fresh look at the world, we really wanted to reflect that in her character design.
Even his first designs and his first stab at Scanlan was kind of perfect. I don't think we changed that much. We were just nitpicking on collar size and hair shape. Everything else, like Phil's...
When a producer, when a designer, when a graphics designer comes to you with the idea and the finishing, not really the finishing product, but the rough draft, and all you can say is, well, let's make the collar a little bit bigger, let's make this color a little bit lighter, darker, and everything else is perfect, you know damn well you have the right person. Not only that, but you know that person puts not only their 20 years, 10 years, 30 years, whatever, 10 year, whatever, into that design, but they put the blood, sweat, and love into that. That's fucking amazing.
First takes are everybody else's 10th take.
The first stuff I saw of Grog, the frame is right, the expressions were right, and he just gets the bearing of the guy, because it's so easy to make a hulking figure.
I want a tattoo of Grog.
Intimidating. But Grog has to be able to convey both the rage and the fury of a strong jaw, but also like the warmth and the gentle nature of Grog.
And he gets it, yeah.
But he's kind of not. There's a cuteness to Grog too. So there were things that we played with, like the size of his ears.
Phil did such a good job with just the nuance of each of the characters' personalities coming through. Pike's hair color to the color of her armor and the little scrapes on her armor, and he just took it to the next level.
They've created these original characters, but they're also very archetypal. Like Percy and Vax are dexterity builds, so they're very lithe and long to kind of bring out, to show the agility and the dexterity inherent in the class.
Percival is a character that Phil grasped so quickly and understood how everything was supposed to lie, especially when standing with everybody else, has a very unique look and a unique vibe.
Like he's not supposed to be there.
What he does, and
type of look is what I'm gathering.
He has come in, landed pretty close to the target already, and then we're able to sort of shoot ideas back and forth, and then the next week it's there.
It's been really cool working with him to kind of take these characters that don't just live in my brain, but each one of them has a part of me in them, and then have them come back.
That looks so good. Oh!
Watching him dive into this fantasy scape, Phil's just flexing. He's having a blast.
Phil's had tons of leeway to just create kind of whatever his mind can dream up. Something that's really important about this animated series is we wanted it to be definitely and distinctly an adult series. It's for grown-ups. So we wanted to make sure that
that's
the world,
weird.
the background, the atmosphere, and the character designs both sort of read as sophisticated, mature.
We definitely want to make sure that this show feels unique, and I think Phil was well aware of that and totally down to just try anything and throw ideas at the wall and see what stuck.
Phil's designs capture the kineticism and flow
when I forgot who literally just said it, but they gave him a lot of leeway. Phil, a lot of leeway. When you give a creator a lot of leeway, you're not tying their hands behind their backs like most companies do. You know, you're not letting them give 110%, 120% to your design that you want. So for Vox Machina, and I've heard this the entire time, they're giving so much leeway to everybody they hire to do the graphic design, to do the landscaping, all that kind of stuff. It's like, and it's paid off. It's paid off. Nothing was changed. Not, you know, from what I've heard, a couple things came out a little bit better than what they thought. But again, you're giving them 120% of freedom, saying, "Hey, you're no leeway. Just do what you, or you get all the leeway. Do what you want. We'll come back to it." Like, and most people that want their movies a specific way, or that are just like, I want it done this way, don't do that. The fact that the Vox Machina crew, the Critter Club, all these people are doing that is amazing. When it's their baby, it's literally their baby. That's what this is.
Of the best
fucking amazing
Japanese animation has to offer.
I've never met a group of people, seen a group of people so humble and so just like, you know what, do it. It's amazing.
Western and uniquely, honestly, uniquely themselves.
Phil's stuff definitely leans way more in the anime direction, and
yes,
anime itself is kind of like part of the DNA of Titmouse's look and culture. All of us here watch a shit ton of anime, so
I do too.
He almost was a perfect fit in the sense that he's looking at the same exact kind of stuff and incorporating that into his designs.
He just came to this with a vigor and an excitement that we couldn't help but be excited alongside it.
There almost couldn't be a better match as far as Western character designers than Phil.
We are pouring every ounce of passion and love and creativity that we have at our disposal into trying to bring this world to life.
Watching Phil dive into this world, you kind of got the sense of an athlete sort of stretching. He's really just starting to break out of anything that he's done before. It's only limited by what your imagination can envision, and for Phil,
Jesus,
there is no shortage of that.
I really have not experienced anything this good in animation.
I'm hoping we can do a lot of seasons of this show.
Hell yeah.
I think we're only really getting started with him. He's blown us out of the water with everything that we have in season 1. God's help us for what's in store in season 2.
I can't wait. Oh my God. Again, I'm a huge fan of behind the scenes of everything. Huge. And this really isn't, or just not just behind the scenes, but the making of a movie, the making of a TV show. And there's something that I'm this invested in with, like I said, Vox Machina right here on Amazon Prime, okay? Hugely invested in it. Maybe not the game, or D&D, whatever you guys, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to disrespect anybody, but the show itself, I'm hugely invested in, okay? I'm here for it. All the critters, y'all giving me so much stuff to watch, and I have to go back and save most of them because I forgot. So if you guys want me to watch and react to something else from the Critter Club, link it down below in the description, and I'll try to. Again, I try not to let this channel become only for Vox Machina and D&D because I don't want it to. I want it to be abroad of everything, not just one thing. Okay, that's my goal. It's not that I don't love this stuff, because trust me, I'm falling in love with this kind of stuff, Vox Machina stuff. I really am. Okay, and how kind the community is. But I want to react to everything that I possibly can. That way, I can get different types of people in here, not just one set of groups. Well, not one group, not one community. Different kinds of communities. That way, we can build a community together and come together. That's what I want from this channel. So. But that's gonna do it for the video. If you guys liked it, make sure to smash the like button, subscribe if you're new, turn on notifications, share it with a friend. And as always, 1,000 subscribers. Let's go crazy.